Hey, good morning everybody. Today we've got a workout slash long run, 6 miles today, which is a pretty, modest long run, but last week was our first week training for the New York City half marathon and we did 6 miles. This week we're going to do 6 miles again, but we're going to incorporate some marathon pace as well as some threshold paces. So I'm out here for the warm-up, or the first 2 miles, which are going to be easy. Then I'm going to do 2 miles at marathon pace, 1 mile at threshold, and then back to 1 mile at cool down to total those 6 miles for today. While I'm doing these first 2 easy miles, I just wanted to check in, talk about some of the ways my body's been feeling over the last week, because honestly, it's been pretty rough. My body's felt pretty beat up in a few ways. My tendon in my hamstring and my glute on the left side of my body has been sore. Particularly right after I do any kind of big running activity. The trails weren't so bad last year, but the more that I do train on the roads or on the track earlier this week, it's definitely bothered me for a couple days afterwards if I'm not careful. So I've really tried to incorporate those rest days, like I said, into my training plan, give myself a little more time to recover and just really make sure I feel like I'm fully ready to go out for a run again. And that's worked pretty well. I was going to do the 10K yesterday in Central Park, but I decided it would be better to do my workout today. I would have been moving it up to do it on Saturday. It would have been nice to do it in a race environment with people around, but it would have pushed myself a little too far. So instead I went for a really nice walk. I found ways to stay active, go outdoors with Megan, explore some of the really nice trails around me here in New York that I just haven't seen yet. And I want to do that more. I want to find more ways to stay active while walking and hiking in the area. So if I need those rest days, I'm not inactive, I'm not completely skipping any kind of activity in my day, but I'm being smart and letting my body continue to recover. And I think I'm just getting to that age finally where you can't do whatever you want and still have the results you want. I'm gonna have to focus a little bit on my eating. I'm just getting to that age where it matters more. When you're young, I can eat whatever I want, still be really fit, have no pains or issues. So gonna focus on my nutrition a little bit, focus on those rest days, making sure I have enough of them. And also, like I've already talked about, just continue with that strength training. I'm a heavier guy, I'm getting older, and I need to make sure my muscles are strong enough to do all these running activities that I want to do. So those are kind of the 3 things I need to focus on and make sure I'm doing going forward. So we'll definitely do that. I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to try my best to stay healthy. On the bright side, I feel like I'm finally in a place where, I don't know if you've seen the recent video by Tracksmith. It's called Church of the Long Run, and it's an hour plus of just someone running through like serene wilderness. It's actually a really good video if you're a treadmill runner and you want to watch something. But long story short, I feel like I'm finally in a headspace where when I'm out running, I feel like I'm just bopping along, just like that person in the Tracksmith video. So that's a good thing. Getting back to that place mentally. I'm feeling pretty strong on the roads. So we're just gonna make progress in that positive direction and keep working hard and see what we can do. So let's finish this run. We've got some marathon pace and threshold paces coming up. Let's do it. In the marathon pace. minutes. 8 minutes per mile should be good. Let's do it. Woo, woo. Man, I'm just at a traffic light. Oh my goodness. About half a mile into the threshold mile, I didn't know if I was gonna make it. That was pretty hard. The cold air is colder today. It's been almost in the 60s the last few days, and today it's in the 20s. So it kind of hurts my legs. But we did it. All right, so I do have 1 mile left of cool down easy miles till I head back home. I think I forgot to mention in the beginning, my knees have been the other thing that bothered me a lot. So I bought some ice packs for my knees, actually at my brother's recommendation. Just been kicking my legs up a little bit more, keeping them elevated, and it worked pretty well. Between Friday, where they were pretty sore, and like I was actually hobbling around, you know, Friday, Saturday, again, I didn't race that Joe Kleinman's 10K, rested, and today they feel pretty good. So again, just goes into that overall self-care, keeping myself healthy, making sure all my body parts are strong. I feel energized, I've got the right nutrients to recover and the right tools to recover. I've definitely been enjoying the Bob and Brad massage gun. I made a video about it. It's truly my favorite massage gun. It's not the magic bullet to feeling better or clearing up like aches and pains or soreness or tightness, but it's a part of my full regimen of, again, foam rolling, massage gun, and everything. So I'll put the link one more time to the Bob and Brad massage gun. It's great. I just bought one for my father-in-law for his birthday, actually myself, so it really is my favorite. And just again, part of that all-around well-being I'm trying to get to my body, to feel strong again, to do all the things that I really like to do without pain or without any injuries. Let's cool down, go home, and just go over the run really quick. Since I just mentioned my knees, I will bring up this product once more. This is a CBD Solve. I had mentioned it in the past. It never really felt like it did anything beneficial for muscles and things for like running recovery. But as my knees have been sore, I do feel like this has been helpful with joints. So I've been putting this on my knees a little bit more. It's got things like peppermint oil, menthol oil, eucalyptus oil, and some CBD. So, you know, overall it does help soothe my knees. So I just wanted to throw it out there now that I have been using it more, and I do find some benefits, again, more with joints. And if you're like pounding on your knees or anything else in your body, you know, maybe it's something you want to try out if you're sore as well. But I think more ice and elevation is really the key to helping my knees feel better. But I just wanted to put it out there that I am trying this again to hopefully find some more relief in just, you know, those knees and things that have been causing me a little bit of pain after I think a lot of the downhill running on the trails. It just built up some swelling and everything, and this has helped along again with icing and elevation and just resting and keeping my body, you know, in good shape. So as far as the run, to wrap things up, it did come out to just over 6 miles, 6.07 miles. The average pace was 8:55 per mile, but more importantly, I was able to go out for a nice easy run, and then by mile 3, I locked into an 8:33 per mile. That was my first marathon mile. Second one was at 8:33 again. So very consistent, spot on with my pacing. And then the threshold mile, which should be right around 8 minutes, was 8 minutes on the dot. So a very nice and just consistent run, I guess, right where it needed to be with 8:33, 8 minutes. You forget like how slow you need to back off to cool down. But either way, my heart rate came down to 150 in that last mile. So still a good process of cooling down and getting myself back home. So that was the run. A great first workout. I'm definitely looking forward to continue this pattern. The next long run I'm doing is 8 miles, so this time the mileage is going up, and then the week after that it's going to be 8 miles again, but we're going to mix in some marathon pace miles in that 8-mile run, you know, in that week after getting to 8. So I'm going to keep that pattern going, you know, upping the mileage, then keeping the mileage, but adding in some marathon paces. And that's just something I feel like should help benefit me. And even if I can't get my mileage too high because my tendons are just flaring up a little bit right now, I still want to get that good work at, you know, long run mileage as we build our way up to the New York City half. So that's the pattern I'll keep going with, and we'll just see how it works. So definitely follow along, subscribe if you haven't, and give me a thumbs up if you've been watching the whole video. It just helps me out a little bit here on YouTube. But other than that, thanks for watching. Hope you all had a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.